This is Hot Button. I'm still Kevin Neal. Joined with me today is my sidekick, Robin to my Batman, Miss Casey Pitts. Casey, what the heck are we doing here today?
Well, we've got an interesting discussion going on this week's Hot Button. If you could have any superpower in the world, what would you have and why?
Now, Casey, I gotta ask, your superpower, you'll tell us what it is later, but I gotta know up front, would you use your powers for good or do you use them for evil?
I'd say for good, but maybe a little bit of cheekiness in between.
I would be heroic, completely uncorruptible, like Superman.
That's pretty awesome.
What did we get online, though, before we get carried away comparing me to Superman? What did we get online from the Facebook feedback?
Yeah, we got a few comments, and one of them was from Sarah Hughes. She had a couple of ideas. One would be to teleport, or she'd love to have the ability to communicate with her dogs.
Now, Sarah, that reminds me a lot of the powers of Ant-Man. Ant-Man can use his helmet to communicate with ants. However, that's kind of useless because why would you want to talk to ants? Talking to dogs or even sharks, that would be way more useful.
Or unicorns.
If they were real.
Darn.
Sorry.
Kira Chris Manson says she would definitely go for eternal youth.
That reminds me a lot of the powers of Wolverine. Now, Wolverine doesn't have eternal youth, but because he has health regeneration, it keeps him young. Of course, as you know, Casey, Wolverine was born in the 1800s in Alberta, actually, right next door, and he still looks like he's in his 30s or 40s.
Damn, that Hugh Jackman looks good for being born in the 1800s.
True, I can't deny that.
You can't. And Sam Morehouse would love to be a Time Lord, to be able to fast forward, rewind, or even pause time.
Much like the Doctor. However, that power can be a curse and a burden depending on what time travel you subscribe to. Do you subscribe to the Back to the Future time travel where you can go back in time and mess with time and accidentally maybe wipe out your own existence? Or do you subscribe more to like Lost where they go back in time, spoilers, but they've always been back in time, so everything they did in the 60s and 70s had always happened?
You kind of lost me there.
That happens a lot.
Leanne Ransom says, like many people on the Facebook feed, a lot of people want to fly. And Leanne Ransom is one of those people, but she would also love to have a cape.
Capes are cool. I can't deny that. They're really cool. In fact, sometimes I think about wearing capes just around the office, going out on the show on GoPrint Storage, just wearing a cape.
We all know you wear spandex.
That's true. Under here, complete spandex.
So we got a few comments on Facebook, and we also went out on the streets to find out what your superpower would be.
Flying. Flying, and yeah, that's it, I guess. So that's a power, I guess, no one can really miss you, so I guess, yeah.
Probably stopping or traveling through time, because you could like pretty much have any combination of whatever other superpower could do by being able to do that.
Hey.
Yeah, same, for the exact same reason. Invisibility. And I would not tell you why.
Now, Casey, I gotta ask, what would your superpower be?
Well, I kind of teased it earlier, but I would want my superpower, after a lot of thinking, to be invisibility, because I could do anything I want without anyone seeing. Like, I thought of one example, I could take a plane or something, and I could sneak through security, and everything would go beeping, and they'd all think it's a ghost. That'd kind of be the most I do. I wouldn't be evil, but I'd be a little cheeky as an invisible superhero.
Personally, I'm gonna go with the obvious superpower. To spontaneously grow a mustache. Think of all the times when, you could really use a mustache, but you don't have one growing at the time. If you can spontaneously grow a mustache, the social benefits from that would be undescribable.
Kevin, to be honest, you'll never grow a mustache.
That actually hurt. Okay. All right, well, I should go to the hospital. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. So if you guys want to tell us what superpower you would have, you can definitely check out facebook.com/ShawTV North BC, or you can follow us at Twitter at ShawTV North BC.
I'm still Kevin Neal.
I'm Casey Pitts, and that was this week's Hot Button.